Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and how's it going? Welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. My name is Elijah, and with the Marvel Cinematic Universe being as big as it is, there's no denying the fact that along the way, sometimes there's a few inconsistencies or continuity errors in the films that, if anything, adds something extra for die-hard fans to look for when watching the movies. And even though Avengers Endgame came out well over 8 months ago, there's still eagle-eyed fans finding new things in this movie that are just really cool that are hidden throughout. And while we've already done an entire video covering the continuity issues in Avengers Endgame, we decided to update you guys on a couple of the newer ones that were recently found and talked about, specifically now that the movie's been released and people can go frame by frame through the movie. So both of these main continuity errors that have been picked out happen in the final fight of the movie, but if you watch closely after the scramble between Thanos and Iron Man to try to get the Infinity Stones, there's a brief moment where Thanos believes that he has all the stones and goes to snap his finger. Now if you watch this frame by frame and you watch Thanos' line of sight, you can tell clearly that when he lifts his hand up to snap the finger, he does briefly look at the Infinity Gauntlet, which means he should be able to technically tell that there isn't an Infinity Stone in the thumb socket, right? Well, this could just be something that the character itself overlooked, or just a visual thing that when they were animating the sequence, they didn't necessarily think about. Another interesting theory for this slight, very minor mistake, because honestly, no one really noticed this in the actual film and no one started talking about till now, but another interesting theory about this is that it could have been because of the motion capture when Josh Brolin got ready to snap his finger during filming of the scene. His head kind of looked that way when he held his hand up, and that's probably a likely story as to what ties this all together and why this ended up happening, because then when they went to animate it, it naturally just happened that way and it wasn't anyone thought about because it's so minuscule. The other interesting Captain America related slip up is actually right after the scene where Thanos destroys Captain America's shield. However, when we look in these frames where we see the portals and all of the Avengers and everyone coming to help fight show up, if you look very closely during one of the wide shots, you can see Captain America has his shield completely intact here. Now, this one is obviously just another minor thing. It's probably because these sequences were probably originally filmed out of sequence and maybe even edited out of sequence before being organized the way that it was, so it's really not that big of a deal, but it is interesting to see nonetheless. Now, this also comes on the heels of another interesting theory people are talking about, which is, how did Captain America give his shield to Sam Wilson if it got destroyed here? Now, in one end, we can suspect that if he's an alternate reality, which is where he time travels to, he got a shield from there, similar to how Thor got his hammer back. But does that completely screw over a universe that needs Captain America in 2012 or 2011? Because that's really interesting to think of nonetheless. But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What did you guys think of these little hidden things that are sprinkled throughout these movies, whether they're little continuity errors to little Easter eggs that are hidden intentionally? Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
I'm about to.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?